Hi everyone, my name is Tracy and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to the video. I hope you enjoy it. So I can't believe it's already August. Well, technically at the time that I'm filming this video, it's currently still July, but it's pretty much the last week of July, and by the time that you're watching this video, it will already be August. So happy August to everyone who's watching. But since it's a brand new month, you know what that means. I am continuing my series that I've been uploading every month where I read from this book, which is called The Leaping Hare Nature Almanac, your year-long mindful guide to reconnecting with nature. And if you've already been watching this series, then you would already know what it's about. Basically, this book kind of just gives you some helpful tips and tricks and advice on how to live a life that is more peaceful, and sort of daily routines and habits that you can incorporate that sort of reconnects you with nature and just sort of the natural environment all around you. And it doesn't matter if you live in like the city or like urban environments. You don't have to live in like a cabin in the woods to be able to do some of the stuff that's in this book. So it is a really helpful book that I've been reading from, and I really do hope that you guys have been enjoying this monthly series. Not only do I read from this book, but I also incorporate some blurbs here and there from this book as well, which is called Complete Healing and Natural Remedies, a holistic approach to mental health and healing, natural remedies, foods, lifestyle strategies, and therapies. So this is also kind of a helpful book that is very sort of natural world oriented, which I thought was very fitting to incorporate into the series, although I'll be mostly reading from this book, obviously. So usually, if you've been keeping up with my channel, I normally film in my sunroom because I decorated it in recent months, so I prefer the background over there in my sunroom, but it's already so late since I kind of put off filming this video all day, so it's already past 8 p.m. and the sun has set, so it's too dark to film in my sunroom. But I have this cute little reading nook in my bedroom that I haven't filmed at yet, so I figured since it's too late to film in my sunroom, I could still have a relatively cute, nice-ish background in my little reading nook, and I'll kind of pan the camera around towards the end of the video to kind of show you more. But yeah, I don't want to touch the camera right now because I finally just set it up on my tripod perfectly, so I don't want to like mess with it. But yeah, so let's just jump right in and get started. August, time to be enchanted. Sunrises, sunflowers, and sunsets are mindful and magical. So here is the August illustration in the book. It's so beautiful. It's a lot of sunflowers and the sun is setting, I think, or maybe rising. I think it's setting, but yeah, it's a very beautiful illustration. And I'm sorry if everything that I show to the camera is backwards. It's flipped, but since it's just a picture, hopefully it doesn't really matter too much that it's kind of backwards. So that was just the first little blurb. Okay, so the next page is called Be Like Water. In the Tao Te Ching, the Chinese sage Lao Tzu celebrates the qualities of water. It benefits all things without contention. In dwelling, it stays grounded. In being, it flows to depths. In expression, it is honest. In confrontation, it stays gentle. In governance, it does not control. In action, it aligns to timing. It is content with its nature and therefore cannot be faulted. The supreme goodness, the highest state of moral life, is like water, says Lao Tzu. It is shape-shifting and adaptable. It absorbs as it expresses. The most destructive of human traits is the inability to absorb contrasting views. Taoists do not look to metaphors of nature as instruction on how to live, but instead to direct instruction from nature. They believe we are a component of nature, and nature is an expression of Tao. The Taoists generally say that water is yin, absorbing, adaptable, but that is for the brook, the stream, and the flat sea. Waves are more yang and tough. They fight back. Then water is relentless. It never stops. When restricted, it seeks the weakest spot of any obstruction and applies constant pressure until it is free. Water is opportunistic. Given the slightest opening, it will pass through. Water is a force as much as it is a presence. If you choose the ocean as your teacher, then do not turn your back on it. Do what water asks. In other words, flow. So that was kind of just a little blurb about water, or the ocean, and sort of the qualities of water that we can embody and learn, because I feel like nature is the greatest teacher of all. So I really liked that little message. Okay, so up next, this is a blurb about lemons, or how to grow lemons. Lemon trees are evergreen, and native species have large, sharp thorns protruding from branches. Commercial varieties have been bred to be free of thorns to help with harvesting. Major producing countries today include Brazil, Sicily, and the United States. Lemon leaves are shiny and dark green on the upper surface and paler beneath, pitted with tiny sacs filled with volatile oil. The fragrant flowers are white. Yellow lemon fruit also has visible oil sacs in the peel. Pare off a piece of lemon rind and turn it over to see them clearly. When these burst, the zesty lemon aroma is released. Citrus trees originated in China. Due to early trade routes, civilization spread into eastern and southern Mediterranean regions in the 14th and 15th centuries, and then to the New World. In the 16th century, eating lemons was encouraged on English ships because they protected sailors from scurvy, a disease caused by lack of vitamin C. So usually the part of the plant that is used is the peel or leaves. Active ingredients include volatile oils, commercially available as fruit or essential oils. It is antiseptic, astringent, diuretic, and it has a refreshing aroma. So lemons can be used to treat low immunity, influenza, colds. So you can add 4 drops of lemon essential oil to 1 pint of boiling water and inhale the steam for 10 minutes as a cleansing inhalation. It can also be used to treat oily and combination skin problems. 2 drops of lemon essential oil added to 1 teaspoon of aloe vera gel massaged into the face at night clears the pores, heals spots, and improves skin texture. It can also be used to treat depression, low self-esteem, and anxiety. 2 drops of lemon essential oil on a Kleenex, inhaled, uplifts low moods. I didn't know that, actually. I mean, I knew that aromatherapy was really helpful for like calming the nervous system and like clearing your head and stuff, but I mean, I struggle a lot with anxiety, definitely, but also, you know, low self-esteem and occasional depression. So that's cool. I should really get into using more essential oils, but I guess especially lemons. I feel like I always learn something new when reading this book, so I hope you guys also learn new things as well from the series. Culinary use. Fresh lemon juice is commonly used with fish dishes, also as a salad dressing or in baking. Lemon peel is a versatile flavoring in sweet and savory recipes. Safety information. Lemon essential oil from the peel used on the skin can cause irregular patches of pigmentation in UV light phototoxicity. Avoid skin use if exposure to sun is intended. Lemon leaf is safe for skin use in the sun. Okay, so that's cool. little blurb on, or a little section on lemons. Okay, so the next page is called Eco Reflection, the Call of the Wild. So this might be like a little story or like a little meditation. Take a step into nature and reignite your connection to it. See the world with a new perspective and nourish your soul. There is a certain soft focus that we can achieve through mindful running that allows us to see the world in a slightly different way. By letting go of the narrow focus of our minds, a runner takes in the world through a slightly wider perspective, one that does not just see the brightest lights and the loudest sounds that usually draw all our attention. With this wider perspective, born of mindfulness, we become aware of the silence between sounds and the shadows between shapes, the negative spaces in the world. Let the wild world call you to it. Connect with your world and open up a lifetime of opportunity and adventure. These moments give us a profound feeling of connectedness with our world and provide great perspective to our everyday lives. The power and immensity of the nature that we encounter reminds us of our insignificance in the grander scheme of things, and our humility and wonder at the world reminds us of the responsibility we have to our wild places and the value they have for our future health and prosperity. So that was a nice little story or reminder for all of us to make sure to go outside more, take walks, try to be out in nature if you can, even if you live in like an urban city or suburban town, maybe try to find your local park. I actually just went on a walk around my neighborhood with my grandmother, and I was, looking at all of the trees and the golden sunlight shining. The sun was kind of setting a little bit as we were walking back home. And yeah, it was just so nice. So I know you probably hear this a lot, but I highly recommend taking walks outside if you can, if it's warm out, or if you have like a friend or a family member or a partner that you would like to take walks with, that's also nice. Or you can go by yourself too. But yeah, nature is good for us. Okay, so this next section is called Stargazing, and it's titled Cygnus, which is Latin for swan, and Cygnus is spelled Cygnus, or Cygnus. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. It's either Cygnus or Cygnus. I'm not sure, but it's Latin for swan. So the stars in Cygnus, the swan, form important asterisms in the night sky. The 5 brightest stars make up the Northern Cross, the body of the swan, with Deneb, the very brightest star, forming the tail. Deneb, together with Altair in the Aquila, the Eagle constellation, and Vega in the Lyra constellation, form the summer triangle. Identifying this enormous triangle is a quick way to orient yourself in the Northern Hemisphere's summer night sky. Cygnus is home to the giant stellar association Cygnus OB2, which contains the red supergiant star NML Cygni, one of the largest stars currently known. First discovered in 1964 during a rocket flight, Cygnus X1 is a famous X-ray source, one of the strongest seen from Earth. It is thought to be a black hole with a mass 14.8 times that of the Sun, orbiting a blue supergiant star. At the other end of the electromagnetic spectrum, Cygnus A, or in parentheses 3C405, is one of the strongest radio sources in the sky. It is an active galaxy at a distance of 750 million light years and contains a supermassive black hole at its core with a mass that is 2 billion times that of the Sun. That's really cool. I'm such a huge sucker for like astronomy and astrophysics. I always listen to the Neil deGrasse Tyson podcast. I think it's called Star Talk on YouTube. But I just, and I feel like I always watch a lot of like informative like science videos, but I'm a huge nerd when it comes to like history and art history and science, but mostly astronomy and like astrophysics and stuff like that, and like, I don't know, like theoretical physics and stuff, like quantum physics. I'm such a sucker for all that stuff. So I just really love learning about space and the universe, and like I love stargazing in the summertime too. That's always so much fun. I've been doing it since I was a kid, so it always brings a lot of good memories. Whenever I do get the chance to watch a meteor shower, or just stargaze anytime the night is clear and it's a warm night in the summertime. So this next section in this chapter for August is a visualization, and it's called Boost Your Mindset. So I think this one is sort of like a meditation. When you're feeling under stress and need to calm down and distance yourself from a situation, try this on-the-spot visualization. To begin, find an image of a rainbow and focus on it for a couple of minutes. When you're ready, close your eyes and imagine you're sitting beneath the arch of the rainbow in your picture. You can feel the warmth of the sun on the top of your head, infusing you with peace. With every breath in and out, the rainbow extends, its colors spreading and becoming more vibrant. Continue to breathe deeply and picture the rainbow gradually descending from the sky until it's touching your head. Slowly, it wraps around you, covering you from head to toe in an array of vivid hues. You are drenched in all the colors of the rainbow. When you inhale, you take in the uplifting energy of each ray. As you exhale, you release all the fear, worry, and stress back into the air. When you are ready, emerge from the rainbow, give your limbs a shake, and do a mental check of your body. You should feel light, centered, and relaxed. Slow, deep breathing calms the body and the mind, and is particularly powerful when coupled with a visualization using color and light. That's really cool. This is the illustration for this section. It's just this person meditating under a rainbow. So that's cool. Also, I'm not sure if I really showed you the last section. I feel like I kind of just like went over it, but this is so pretty, like all the stars and constellations and stuff. It's really nice. Okay, so this next one is also a meditation called Rainbow Rising. So close your eyes, or you can keep them open too if you want. You are standing in a deep valley between a cluster of giant hills, mounds of earth that penetrate the gray sky. You have been walking the stark silence of nature, your only companion. The sky is a darkening smudge above your head. The grass beneath your feet is wet, and it feels as if you're standing in thick clay. You twist around in an attempt to take in the view from all sides. Emptiness greets you. There are slopes that rise and fall in every direction, just as your breath rises and falls. You are at one with the landscape, as much a part of it as the cluster of crows sweeping above your head. The black plume of corvids softly caws, and it feels like they're speaking directly to you, trying to attract your attention in some way. The sound gets louder, more frantic, and you reach up towards them. Watch as they flounce higher into the air, heading for the hill's peak. The charcoal gray of the sky is a gaping hole offering space and tranquility as you drink in the sight of it. It has been raining, but the sun is out now, bursting through the clouds and chasing away the last of the gloom. You smile. Even the darkest skies can't keep the sun at bay. Looking up, you notice intricate carvings, indents into the side of the bank and slithers of stone that jet from the earth. Birds gather upon these makeshift ledges, flitting from one to the other in an aerial dance. They peer down at you, and suddenly you long to be up there with them, to experience their realm. Above this pinnacle, a rainbow forms. It's an explosion of color and made even brighter by the fact that there are two of them. You clap your hands together and make a wish at this heavenly sight. For a moment, it feels like the world is frozen. Time stands still, and there is only you and the rainbow cascading down at your feet. Glittering hues swirl around you like a glorious tornado, and you feel yourself being lifted into the air. Carried by ribbons of light, you relax into the spectrum of color. Your arms and shoulders feel free from tension. The muscles in your legs melt away to nothing, and your spine extends and softens. So that was just a nice little visualization meditation, and this is the illustration for this section. I love all of the illustrations for this book. It's so pretty. Oh my god, wait, I'm sorry. It's still continuing, my bad. It didn't end yet. Yeah, the meditation is continued on to the next few pages, and I didn't know, so close your eyes again, or you don't have to, but continue listening. You breathe deeply, your eyelids lower, and you relax your neck and throat. The ligaments in your body feel more fluid as you continue to float upwards. It's as if you've become at one with the sky that surrounds you. You are a spiritual being made up of particles of light, happy to be carried wherever the rainbow takes you. You close your eyes completely now and enjoy feeling as if you're made of air. A smile carves your lips. There is no room for stress here, no room for anything except joy. You drop your weight into your lower legs and find that you are perfectly balanced. The wind supports you, holding you upright as you float. As you open your eyes once more, you see that you are surfing the rainbow, gliding gracefully along its colorful edges. Bathed in the light from each hue, you feel the colors seeping into your aura. With every long, slow breath in, you drink down each shade. Taking it deep into your soul, you sigh. Relaxation sweeps over you as the colors resonate within. All thoughts of the day ahead have gone. There is no pressure to do anything. You can simply be. The colors drape around you. They cocoon you in their brightness. The rainbow is never ending, a bridge in the sky to a new way of being, a new, more relaxed you. The landscape moves beneath you, and although you are still a part of it, you feel removed, able to carry a sense of calm through your day. The distance between the earth and the sky is like the distance you now feel from the things which cause you tension. Stretching your arms out at your sides, you let the breeze buffet you and imagine for a second that you have wings that can lift you up anytime, anywhere. The rainbow dips and you begin to slide back down to earth. It is a gradual motion and you land delicately as if you've never moved from the spot. The smile is still upon your face, and as you continue on your walk, you feel the rainbow. It entwines around you, bathing you in tranquility. No matter where you are or what happens during your day, you will always hold serenity in your soul. So I think that was the end of the meditation, and here is the illustration again. Very pretty. Okay, so the next part is, I think it's like a little story, and it's titled Mimicry and Mimesis. Biomimicry, design inspired by biological entities and processes, is fundamentally a form of mindfulness. It is the tangible result of a meditation upon nature, resulting in beautiful artifacts made through natural mirroring. Biomimicry demands that we begin by closely studying our natural environment. We can learn about more than just design by looking at sea life. The sea turtle is a great example. Sea turtles have existed for more than 100 million years. They are unrivaled ocean travelers, swimming over epic distances. Green sea turtles can stay underwater for 5 hours, slowing their heart rate to as little as 1 beat every 9 minutes to conserve oxygen. This provides a lesson in mindfulness. Imagine what it is like to breathe as slowly as a sea turtle. There are also powerful lessons to be learned from sea life about adaptation to circumstance. I'm so sorry, I'm stuttering all over the place because I'm so tired. So you're gonna have to deal with my annoying stuttering. We humans often work against currents and winds, powering machines to journey in straight lines. This is hugely inefficient. Sea turtles drift along the current to travel. Mindfulness entails working with the given flow. Lao Tzu said, "Conquering others takes force. Conquering yourself is true strength." That's actually a good quote. Conquering others takes force. Conquering yourself is true strength. We can expand this. Conquering yourself is good. Learning to respond and collaborate with others and our environment brings a shared strength beyond illusory divisions of self and other. Humankind and nature. Biomimicry is such collaboration in action. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I keep stuttering because I'm just so tired. Also, I don't know if you can hear the noise from outside, but I think my dad or someone is like hosing the garden. I'm kind of too scared to talk because I have very thin walls. We arrive at a timeless truth. All living things are interconnected and interdependent. All life is linked to water and the creatures that live within it. The more we educate ourselves about sea life and the issues facing this ecosystem, the more we will want to help ensure its health and to cultivate mindfulness on behalf of the planet by tending the oceans. So that's an interesting little section. Well, it's also a reminder on, remembering to take care of our ocean and sea life. But also, I've never heard of biomimicry before, so that was a new concept that I learned. So that's cool. This little sea turtle is so cute. I'm trudging through right now. I'm so tired because I've had a long day of work and I exercised a lot today, and I also ate dinner and went on a long walk with my grandma around our neighborhood. So I have like brain fog right now. So that's why I'm kind of just, I keep stuttering and I apologize. But we're almost done. There's 2 more sections left of this August chapter. The next section is called Plant Knowledge, titled Plant Processes. Have you ever wondered how a tree produces the energy to grow so big, or how plants absorb water into their roots and what happens to it? Well, it is all down to a number of baffling, invisible processes and actions. The first is photosynthesis. A leaf is like a mini solar panel that captures radiant energy in chloroplast cells that contain chlorophyll, the green pigment involved in photosynthesis. The radiant energy, along with inhaled carbon dioxide and water, is converted into sugar and transported around the plant via the phloem tissues. During photosynthesis, the plant exhales oxygen as byproduct. The next process is respiration. At night, when the plant cannot photosynthesize, it respires carbon dioxide using the sugars or carbohydrates already stored within the plants to help it grow. And then there is transpiration. Plants emit water into the atmosphere through tiny pores in the underside of their leaves, called the stomata, which cools the air whilst also creating a tension that pulls water upward through the roots. And then the last is called osmosis. Water and nutrients enter the plant through its roots by passing through a semi-permeable membrane until the concentration on either side of the membrane is equal. Namely, the moisture content in the root is the same as the soil. The moisture content in the root is the same as the soil. All these processes are vital for the plant's survival. Without water for osmosis, the stem will collapse and won't be able to transport water and food to the plant. The leaves will wither and won't be able to photosynthesize or transpire, which will further prevent the pull of water from the roots. So this section has a little diagram of what happens. So first, we have the light energy that comes from the sun, and then it shines on the leaves, and then the leaves gives out oxygen, but it also intakes carbon dioxide, and then the water and minerals from the soil gets taken up by or sucked in by like the roots of the plant. So I think that's a neat little illustration diagram, like a great summary for this blurb on how plants work and how they survive. I feel like I just love this book. Not only does it have like sort of really interesting rituals and like daily routines that I mentioned in the beginning of this video that you can incorporate into your lives, but it also has very like informative messages and like good cause reminders to remember to pay attention to our natural surroundings, our natural environments, and protect our earth and just do good. And it also just has a lot of like scientific like biology and like astronomy in here as well. So yeah, I love this book a lot. So I'm glad I made this into a series for you guys. Okay, last but not least is a section about sunflowers. So it's native to the Americas. Sunflowers were originally cultivated by Native Americans for their nutritious seeds. A member of the Asteraceae family along with all other daisy flowers. This annual plant is well loved for its sunshine-like flowers. October is the ideal time to harvest the seeds. So its stems are usually rough and hairy, woody. Its leaves are broad, coarsely toothed, rough, and growing alternately up the stem, getting smaller the higher up they grow. The leaves at the base of the plant are arranged opposite. The leaves have serrated edges. They're 10 to 30 centimeters or 4 to 12 inches long and range from triangular to heart-shaped. They have hairs on the upper and underside. The flowers, the flower heads consist of numerous small individual 5-petaled florets. The outer flowers resemble petals and are called ray flowers. Sunflowers are hermaphrodite. The flowers in the center of the head are called disc flowers and are arranged in a spiral. They mature into seeds. Its seeds usually ripen from September to October. Launch seed bombs early spring in pots and mid-spring in situ. I don't know what that means. It's S-I-T-U. Situ? I don't know. Its germination time is 14 days. Harvesting seeds. The seeds are ripe when the flower heads start to dry and turn to face the ground. Cut off flower heads, keeping 20 centimeters or 7 3/4 inches of the stem attached, and hang them upside down inside a pillowcase. After a few days, you can rub the seeds out gently with your hand or a brush, or if you have 2 seed heads, try rubbing them together. Plant care. Grow in full sun in fertile, moist, but well-drained soil. pH levels should be 5.7 to 8.5. Sunflowers are happy in dry, poor to average soil and need little water or fertilizer. It's interesting to know. Pests and diseases. Banded sunflower, moth, cutworm, slugs, snails, downy mildew, powdery mildew, and rust. So those can affect sunflowers negatively, or like those are harmful to sunflowers. And lastly, culinary and medical uses. The seeds have a delicious nut-like flavor and are rich in fats, so can be made into oil or butter or ground up and used in baking. The sprouted seeds can be eaten raw. That's really cool. A tea made from the leaves is thought to be useful as an astringent, diuretic, or expectorant. So it's the illustration for this section, all about sunflowers. And yeah, that was pretty much it for the summer months. Next up we have the autumn months in this book, which that's going to be for the next video in this series. But yeah, so that was the end of the August chapter for this book. And then next, I'm going to be reading a little bit from this book as well. Not too much, but just a little section. And I actually decided to choose to read the section on spirituality because I feel like the older I get, the more sort of intrigued I am with sort of religion, theology, spirituality, all that stuff. Technically, I grew up raised as a Buddhist, and that's pretty much how I identify as. So I do turn to Buddhism. And also, I just recently finished my 300-hour advanced yoga teacher certification program. So I am getting really close to be able to register as a 500-hour yoga teacher. And I feel like yoga is also kind of like a very sort of philosophical and spiritual, almost like meditative practice. And I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand with how I was raised as a Buddhist and stuff like that. And also, my grandma is such a spiritual woman, so I just love hanging out with her. I feel like she really grounds me, and I feel like spirituality just really helps with my anxiety and depression and stress. So I figured this section, the spirituality section of this book, would be very fitting for my channel. Spirituality. For centuries, a connection between spirituality and mental well-being has been recognized in Eastern ideologies such as Buddhism, as well as in traditional medicines such as Ayurveda. This is in contrast to the West, where spirituality and religion are not connected to healthcare. Nevertheless, an holistic approach to health, by its very nature, acknowledges that we are spiritual beings and that attending to this part of our lives can have a profound impact on our overall health and well-being. How does spirituality help us? There is no single answer as to how prayer and reflection work to enhance healing. Prayer can be a coping mechanism that brings a sense of control, and being part of a spiritual community can bring a sense of social connection, purpose, and belonging. Spiritual practices may also have a physiological effect, like meditation. They can induce a sense of calm, in turn inhibiting the secretion of stress hormones such as epinephrine or norepinephrine, released by the adrenal glands in response to stress. Chronically, high levels of these fight or flight chemicals can wreak havoc on the mind as well as the body, disrupting sleep and affecting immunity and digestion. Benefits for mental wellness. There is a surprising amount of evidence to suggest that cultivating a spiritual practice can positively impact mental wellness in a number of ways. Something as simple as practicing daily gratitude has been shown to improve life satisfaction and reduce symptoms of depression. There is also evidence that those who pray to a loving and protective God are less prone to worry, fear, self-consciousness, social anxiety, and obsessive-compulsive behavior. Young adults who pray daily appear to have fewer depressive symptoms, higher levels of life satisfaction and self-esteem, and more positive outlooks. Anecdotal evidence suggests that religion and spirituality are supportive and grounding to those experiencing crisis, trauma, and grief. So practicing daily gratitude can help to reduce symptoms of depression and improve satisfaction. So benefits of practice. For many, a spiritual practice provides an opportunity to take time out from busy lives and enjoy a moment of tranquility, as well as providing opportunities for quiet meditation that promote a feeling of relaxation and calm. Being a member of a spiritual group or community can provide a social support network that is invaluable for well-being. So the benefits include brings stillness, prayer, or contemplation lend a sense of stillness, quieting the mind and allowing an inner dialogue to open up. Allows reflection. Reflecting on our lives in the context of a spiritual practice can help us feel a sense of support that can reduce stress. Helps let go of anger. Spiritual practice focuses on forgiveness, helping to let go of helping to let go of angry emotions that stress body and mind. Brings comfort. Time spent in prayer helps to face problems and can bring a sense of healing and peace and of being listened to. Creates positivity. Prayer fosters positivity by focusing on looking forward with hope and developing a sense of gratitude. And connection, as well as a connection with a higher being. A spiritual community provides mutual support and avoids isolation. So that was just a little blurb on spirituality. I know all of that is probably backwards on camera right now, but so yeah, it was just kind of like a little section from this book. And obviously it doesn't matter what religion that you believe in, or if you don't believe in religion but you're just kind of more of a spiritual being. Like for me, even though I say that I'm Buddhist, and I am, I do also feel like I just want to identify as a spiritual person rather than like identifying as a specific religion, or identifying as a specific believer of a religion, because I feel like I'm just open to all different types of beliefs. So I don't know. I do agree with that, this section of this book. I do think that spirituality has helped me in a lot of ways the older that I get, in being able to sort of control my anxiety and fears and worries, while also cultivating like a sense of calm and stillness and I guess like self-love and patience with myself, as well as letting go of anger and resentment and judgment, all of the above. So I wanted to read that for you guys. But yeah, anyways, I'll end it here before the video gets too long. But that was the end of the summer months. We'll be going into autumn soon. I swear, I'm not gonna edit out all of these mistakes I keep making because I'm so tired. So you're gonna keep hearing me say things I don't mean or stutter over my words because I'm so tired. But yeah, I hope you've been enjoying me reading from these two books in this monthly series, because I know I have. Again, I feel like these videos are kind of an excuse to motivate me to actually sit down and film a new video for you guys, because I feel like other than that, I probably wouldn't really have much of an excuse to keep up with my channel. So I'm making it a goal for myself to complete the whole year in uploading at least this monthly series on my channel every month, reading from each month's chapter from this book and so forth. So yeah, I guess I hope you enjoy your August. For those of you who are watching, I hope that this video wasn't too incoherent, because I feel like I kept stuttering over my words because I'm so tired. And now I'm kind of just rambling. But yeah, I'm really sad to see that summer is ending, because summer has always been my favorite season ever growing up. Although spring has definitely grown on me a lot, especially this year. So yeah, I'd say late spring and summer are my favorite times of the year. But I don't know, I guess a part of me, I am kind of excited for fall and spooky season and the cozy holidays coming up. So I guess at least we have that to look forward to. But yeah, I hope you enjoy your last month of summer. And for September, which is my birthday month, we'll be reading from the autumn chapters in this book. So yeah, I hope you guys have been having a great summer so far, wherever you are. And Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that you enjoyed and that you have been enjoying this series. So thank you again. Bye. So I promised you guys that I would be filming just a quick little clip of what my little reading corner or reading nook looks like in my bedroom. And I forgot to. So this is just an extra little clip that I am gonna edit into the end of my video. But yeah, this was where I was filming. I got this chair for free, I think. Yeah, I think someone was throwing this out and my parents got it and I'm so grateful. It's such a nice chair. I love it. I love little like cozy armchairs like that. And then this is like a cozy blanket. Then I have my Himalayans rock lamp with like a little crystal rock here and like a fake plant. And then these were the books that I was reading from. And then over here, I guess we're kind of just doing an overall room tour at this point. Over here, I just have my like my fairy lights on for my room. And this is just like a little shelf of stuff, like my fake plants and stuff like that, and my record player. And then this was the tripod that I had used to film on, so that's where you guys were just previously on. So yeah, and that's my map of the world that I have on there on my wall. That's my closet. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed me adding in this little, I guess, mini bedroom tour, or like my reading nook tour. So thanks again for watching. Bye.